Okay, y'all, welcome to another one.
I cannot believe you do, Ellen.
Hold up. Let me turn this down real quick. Hold up.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Alright, y'all. Welcome to another video. We finna play this new game I found called hold up. Called Not for Broadcast. I ain't never seen it before. So I hope it's a good game. And what it looking like, it looked like a scary game, and I don't really mess with that scary stuff, you know. So let's get started. Turn the volume back up. Okay.
What a wild ride this has been.
Let me do the campaign. Yeah.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you do, Ellen. Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Jog off!
Okay.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Yeah, after this, I'm turning the audio down. Ooh. Taking a minute to load. Alright, day one. Yeah, day one. Oh, hold up. Master. 75. I don't know, I'm just gonna just do these, just in case. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. Alright mate, Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now don't worry, it's not hard and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Oh, I can turn my own fan on. That motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, I see what this for. Pull this little box down.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate.
What up? I'm gonna need this. I can barely hear that dude.
down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Okay, I'm putting it in there. The fuck? What do you mean, power? Power is on, bro. Where the power at, bro? I ain't paid the power bill. Alright.
Guests in and tonight sees a return for leading economist.
Right, mate, load the ads. The broadcast is starting soon.
Fuck off, nigga.
Right, quick as you can. Select screen 1.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Jeremy Donaldson. Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Honest Andy's totally independent. Buys honest Andy's totally independent. And corners the flood market. Sports fans everywhere. Top celebrators, popular sports fans Johnny celebrators, popular footballer Johnny Anthony wins sports personality a spoonful of sugar. And Meghan a spoonful of sugar. Star Lawrence Blunderclatch chatting about his new movie, about his new movie, of course. We'll be going live to Advance headquarters. We'll be going live to Advance headquarters to have to say on their historic.
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
Ah, fuck. Oh.
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
With a globe in the middle, feet down and vanishes. Oh. The volume.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for the votes are in.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused of a severe lack of active policies, of a severe lack of actual policies, and of being the opposition parties have all conceded the opposition parties have overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear public mandate. However, have yet to appear public. Former Home Secretary.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one and the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock. And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to.
Welcome to Crazy Deal, Crazy Pre-Christmas.
I thought I'd ask him about.
I do not care about
Personally, I wouldn't
that.
try to confuse him with any big words.
I care a little bit. I care a little bit.
I thought that was our little secret.
You've got a great sofa. We've got a great sofa.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Actually, I do not care.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multi-cam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine.
Stay
It's
on
not as
hold talking.
complicated as it
We have
sounds.
short lines
You've
and
seen
things like
programs
we
on
had
television,
trucks
haven't you?
no longer.
Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
The reaction shot.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio. Thank you so much.
You a toilet.
Wait, this is my audio?
everybody.
We got it. You.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Is here at the start of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent.
Damn.
And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch
that
on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my
I
dear.
fucked
I
up.
do hope you believe me when I tell you
I fucked up.
that being with you here today is a moment.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say having you here with us?
Screen 2 now, screen 2. Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Which is called The Medicated.
The medication. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And
Doing it good.
am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards,
I'm
what is
so.
it then that
Oh my
drives you?
bad. I'm supposed to be talking. This is.
It's a beautiful question, Megan.
This is.
Not
I ain't
easy
gonna
to
lie.
answer. Like you,
There she is.
I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And
Yeah.
that's how it feels.
That nigga preaching, bro.
Doesn't
That
it?
nigga preaching, bro.
Giving.
And she like, what the fuck? She like, nigga, what the fuck you talking about?
I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it
Nigga
for the people
preaching.
that I inspire.
Like, nigga, the fuck?
The little people.
The fuck he is?
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive
Been on that
change
shot a bit long.
in the world.
And today,
Perfect
of course,
timing, perfect timing.
we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, we getting a hand of
well,
it.
now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics,
Yeah.
that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Sure, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
I am.
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Why are we doing this, bro? Why are we doing
Dr.
this?
Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Don't need to do this.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Oh, we got
Next,
a
we're
minute.
going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
We only have
Lance, you
47
Need
seconds.
to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Why do we have to do this, bro? I know we about done. I know we about done.
The sterility.
Twiggity.
This formula.
Alright,
This
okay.
formula. This is the key.
Nah, bro, nah.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Perfect. Alright.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
I want to see this one.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the spacebar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder.
I already figured that out. I already figured that out. I already figured that out.
Censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
You know.
Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Count 1, 2, hold it down.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? Well, what a day.
They said we couldn't
You
do
bleeping normal stuff. That's not a swear word.
Dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard.
Remember the 10-second rule.
For you, the people.
Nice.
You saw right through their shit.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've
Hold
had a
it down
couple
a
of
bit lower there,
celebrations.
mate. You bleep the wrong bit. You bleeping normal stuff.
Memorably put.
Perfect.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us
that's
say
right.
Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party.
I gotta get my views back. I gotta get my views
That
back.
can change things. But today is day 1 of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put. But
I got it. I'm getting a hold of it. I'm getting a hold of it. I'm getting a hold of it.
before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers past the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth.
I'm so happy they can't see that.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore,
I ain't gonna lie, this kinda hard.
or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere
I held it down.
And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals
I'm locking
into
in.
a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking
late on that
richer.
one.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your
ends
sports
today.
cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends
Today.
today.
Yeah.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
We did.
So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the
Hold on, I
first
got
day
these
under
right here.
Advance.
I might use these
I'm Jeremy
instead.
Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Is this some weird fever dream?
do
Am
what,
I
yeah?
dying now or something?
You should.
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Oh, I thought I broke something. That scared
When the
me.
programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy.
That
If
means
you
I
want to
get-
know more
I
about
get
how it
more
went,
money.
select
I
more
get
info.
more
If
money.
not, select continue to move to the next page.
I don't want to read it though. I get more money though. But do I get to spend the money? Nah.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our
I really
main
am broke. I'm
advertisers.
broke as
But you
hell.
don't own any
God
fucking
damn.
shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
You call me
This is the
ass
last
right.
page, and it tells you the state of the world. Tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the
They
boss
better
thinks.
love me. They better love me, man. I want up in that motherfucker bleep. You know what I'm saying? They better love me. They better love
All right,
me.
mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming.
Oh, no, hold up. Put that tape back in.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock.
Okay.
The quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies.
I'm not watching.
Donaldson.
Good evening.
Oh,
National
God.
Nightly
But it's
News.
bringing
Good
me back
evening. I'm
PTSD
Jeremy
back in the
Donaldson.
day.
Our main
That right there brought me back PTSD messing with these TVs, bro. Or messing with a rewind DVD TV. Trying to get to that one. Ooh, nah, bro, nah.
stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington's Fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chap. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hams leaves.
I didn't even really mess up here.
Go for a chance!
I started messing up after this one.
culture reporter, Green.
Culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated? Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter,
I ain't do that. Ain't nobody saw that.
That's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful.
Ain't gonna lie, I got bored. I ain't watching that.
Click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you
Apparently you've been drinking since lunchtime.
Fancy online version of
select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Oh, I don't really care about those. Let's go. See, it's like some scary type deal stuff. Anything scary gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we just not. Oh, we on day 3. I'm in day 2. Okay, we get a house. Real broke ass poor. Yeah. Real life too, broke ass. I feel you. It's a mail. We check. Oh, I'm supposed to be clicking this. Oh, a college in a different department. How to help your colleague ever help to violate. Reported. Promise a colleague that you won't tell anyone, but I ain't telling nobody. Your boss has put in a new target that are significantly higher than the proof. Leave work on time. Stay late until you hit the first deadline. Leave work early and head to the pub you chat. The change will count. Early and head home to your family. Yeah, nigga, you know you ain't got no kids, bro. I'm just gonna leave work on time. I ain't gonna play. Ain't gonna try to work good. Ain't gonna try to work hard. I ain't trying to leave work. Stay on time. It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. Alright. But what type of barbecue is it though? Like, is it dry, or does it got some slime in it, or is it like that good? That good. While looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family, I'm wishing you here that day. Washing. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. I have been practicing with your coworkers. No, free food, bro. You don't get that free food. You had a long, successful career, and now about to retire. You little achievements and all the good memories you have of. Here's a honest review of the pros and the cons of the company. Focus on issues, challenges you refuse to attend. Have a long, successful day. Have a successful career. And I'm suddenly now about to retire. And I have a speech. Nigga, I'm retiring. I don't gotta go. The fuck? In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music and making models, attend politics. I think it's like talking about what I actually do. So I probably shouldn't have randomly clicked 2 things. Maybe I like to relax alone, attend probably rallies and stand up for what you believe. kids and support children with these. Play in a local sport team. I like to go home, relax. I'm lonely, nigga. You know, doing things like listening. Hell yeah. Or making models. Making models. I did not say models. Models. Dear. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why I can't read that. I'm just gonna click it. Nope. I can't make a model. I wish I could. Shit. Your ideal holiday gateway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering experience and challenges. A structured day out at the theme park, busting with drills in a romantic getaway with your partner to a tropical paradise. Ooh, you know we want to go with that one. But you know, if you think about it, ain't then like, ain't nothing like having your girl out on a tropical island bathing them cheeks over on the beach. Like, you would want that too. Like, feel me, like, you would want that too. Gotta hit it with the bend over, stand up on your toes, lock your knees back, baby breathe through your nose. They call it, stomach. That Kevin Gates, you know. Gotta hit it with that. It is important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, equal. Damn, those are all good. Those are all good. Like, I want to be safe, but also, if I make them make me safe, I want to be free. I can't be safe. I want to be happy. I can't be either of these. I want to be equal. I can't be happier than nobody. I can't be freer than nobody. I can't be safer. So equal, we'll cross that off. Safe, they're gonna keep us locked up, cross that off. Happy. Do what you want to do. Yes, do everything, they gonna slow you down. We gonna be free, nigga, we gonna do. Sign your name. Oh. A family matter. Is it supposed to be sound? Oh, I guess you're just gonna hear the sound of my voice. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. I probably should have read that. There, in the garden, such as a guardian neon green statue. Alright. I'm gonna read that again. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. Y'all didn't hear nothing. Clutching a neon green suitcase is Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers. But I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on? Are you okay? Should I go get Sam? No problem or what's going on? That's a yeah, I got you. What's going on though? Or are you okay? No, we gonna hit you with that. No, I got you, boo. You must have seen all this crazy advice that Assistance and Wealth Act They're calling it taking people hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. Never seen Chris gather this arrogant. I'm not saying that top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, which is that hesitant. But they have, but they can't afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. Oh, damn, nigga, y'all finna be broke. Damn. Shit, I can't say nothing. That's awful. I'm not sure how I can help. You were always the well-off one in the family. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor, that sounds so bad. That's awful, but I'm not sure I can help. You always seem well-off. I mean, with the, yeah, but nigga, borrowing from the witch ain't that bad. Saying you ain't having none of my money. No. Yeah. This is eye flashes dangerously. You can't possibly be that naive. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as well. They see fit. Governments should have this kind of power. Look, that's not why I'm here. I need to borrow your passport. Did you trying to steal my passport? My passport? What for? Passport can't give you that. It's illegal. Oh, but that we gonna put my passport. Hell to no. Go get your damn passport, your own passport, not mine, you motherfucker. Just add that one. Alright, that be my passport. I give you that. It's illegal. What for? They're taking mine in half the bloody country. But people always say, and I look so. I need some water. My bad. They are taking mine in half the bloody country, but people always say, you and I look similar, so Chris is packing now. I need to leave. Too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they back out. Please, Alex. I wouldn't have. I can't. How you done by you? I treated your children like they were my own family. Does that mean nothing to you? Shit, alright. I go get the passport. Family. I'm sorry to say, nigga. But sometimes you gotta say fuck family to this damn bullshit. But they just be putting your ass through some shit that you don't need to. It's agent, the law can't help you with this. Alright, I saw this myself. It's so much of family loyalty. Grabbing the nylon suitcase, which disappears into the night. You go back to this is picking up Sam's cup. They're peeling face down. Alright, bro, this might be a little bit. What is this? Weird. Oh, okay.
Alright, mate, it's Dave. Oh, Christ, it's noisy in here. Jesus. Right, which the girls and flags down in here. I'll take up the whippery chairs. Right, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Okay,
you need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts.
The hell?
You know, load the tapes under the desk. Look down. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play this toy say? Should we play this first? Oh, no,
right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These two buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
I think I'm gonna scare some people.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5,
Look like my nigga pimping them out.
3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history.
But we gonna play
Sophia
smart.
Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species.
I think we did good.
This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme.
Damn.
And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And Griever's bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight. Are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and mega move could be with young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
No. I just always got to make me do this. Okay, we got 3 minutes to do what I want to do. Do what?
Speaking of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged
I don't know who
their heels
Alan
in delivering
is.
some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy.
Okay.
We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is Right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't what
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a
I'm
great
messing
way to
up.
solve
I
problems,
messed
Alan, but
up.
you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the
What happened
like
there?
we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts...
I don't know how I messed up.
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates.
My nigga like, bro,
Like
what the
opiates.
fuck?
See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals, they're
I'm just
pumping it full of
throwing random
belief
stuff,
juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending
Nobody's
half
just
of our
throwing stuff
GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law
My
and
bad,
order
bro.
before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
I messed
You being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you.
And they just love
What the hell is this?
with his state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you
What kids are watching the news? I ain't going to. That gotta be him. That gotta be him.
Alright, mate, see you later, bye!
10 seconds, everybody. His little JT scared of the big bad culture with water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need...
That nigga fucked up. He shouldn't have been doing what he did.
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment
I
to
messed
tell my
up
husband
again.
I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country.
I'm a pro.
Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have been hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, hang on a moment. Jeremy, you bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much.
What he doing in there,
Clear,
bro?
you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was saying the Badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
What's going on
Certainly
in there,
not
bro?
the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said
Clive, I am not having
But they are some free stuff, bro.
Get back in your gimp space.
Yo, okay. Nah, bro. Nah, what you got on?
Jeremy, moral
Nah,
decay.
what you got on? What does he have on?
No one else. Look, everyone has a soft
That
story,
boy
but
got
we
something
don't all end up
freaky
as barbarians,
on.
do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A minus, does she
That boy
go on a
got
killing
something
spree?
mad freaky
No,
on
she
him.
takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality force.
Right.
And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted,
Bro, what did
it's
he
time to
have
get to the heart of the matter.
on?
Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Who says
Titwank
that?
Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but
Who says
it's a
that?
constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously, Titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Hey! Yeah, so my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Tit
We can do.
Tony.
We getting good at it.
I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
It's open!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
Why they all named Chris?
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
Where they get that freaky lady over there?
Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
They get that freaky lady up in there.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
They over here.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
For the little boy.
Oh,
Hey, they ain't.
mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
You know that boy got out of jail.
Yes, we
That boy got out of jail.
seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we...
Well,
Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony?
we left for 5 seconds. We left for 5
Well,
seconds.
we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Timed perfectly.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
I didn't understand him.
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan.
We're
overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
I did that on point.
Jeff
Did that on
Algebra,
point.
maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history.
like,
Aristotle.
who are these
think
niggas?
that when we
Like,
travel
who
around
are
all
these
these
people?
problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
Yeah, but you touching my heart by making me cringe, bro.
Career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues.
That's all right.
The issues in the play are what really matter.
No.
And I
No
think you're
judging,
going to be
no
showing us
judging.
an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at
He's
home,
still
or
trying to
like
figure out,
maybe
like, what the
she's
fuck?
you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks,
Like,
Steve.
what
Put it in,
the
coach.
fuck?
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then
That's
Harriet
wild.
and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly, but we did used to watch that Peter Clements
still
DIY
like,
show
what
back
the
in the
fuck?
day, and so we thought,
What the fuck?
why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally-well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
I don't
Dear
think I
Diary.
put this over there.
I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears.
Fears.
But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner?
I don't know which one to
Around the
pick.
corner. What's around the corner?
That's wild.
Oh, hi, Gary. Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to
I
bully
keep
all
messing it up.
morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only
why your
truly
face look
happy
like
when I'm
that?
eating?
My whole face like that.
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going!
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But
That don't sound like you're on a motorbike.
I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
I'm taking too good of a look.
I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
What game? What do we? I don't know what to do.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap.
Nah, bro.
Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist.
I don't-
But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate.
Ooh, that was on
The
point.
park
That was on
in,
point.
But the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Oh, timing.
Yeah.
If you work as a team,
Just work as a team.
it's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now.
Make a different choice.
I'm like, bro, don't even know what he supposed to be doing.
Yes!
I don't think bro know what he was supposed to be doing.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that
What was bro doing, bro?
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh God, bro. Oh God. I'm on what
Please
they
get
on.
these twats out of my studio.
Your house to look like a Christmas bomb has hit it, then we've got the ornaments for you.
But I ain't calling them no track though. I ain't calling them a track. Oop. That right there said we sucked and we heartbroken. God. That's bad for credit. Hope y'all, I'm gonna end it right here. Hope y'all have a nice day. I hope y'all come back to watch more. Catch y'all later.